Okay, hey guys, new episode of Fun with Cards, and I just pulled this bad boy, Bladecoil Serpent. In case you're not familiar, when this creature enters the battlefield, so summoned or cast or what have you, draw X cards. Those cards gain X mana. X is the number of blue gems on the board. And that's the part of it that we're really going to be focusing on. Although your opponent discards cards equal to the number of black gems on the board. That's also really powerful. This creature gets Y +0 until end of turn. Red gems on the board. We're not going to be focusing on red gems, so that's not going to be that big of a thing, but that's pretty cool too. And activate each of these effects only if you match gems of their respective colors this turn. So really what we're going to try to be doing is drawing those cards that gain a bunch of mana because of all the blue gems that we're going to try and put on the board. And right now, this is the deck that I've decided to go with, and it's been working out really well for me. So we got Kaito Shizuki, which at the time of this recording, and this card is damn near a year old, and they still haven't fixed that it is bugged, and the support does not need 7 or more shields to trigger. But when a black or blue creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, move the first black or blue creature card from the library to the battlefield under your control. And since we only have one creature and that creature is blue, we're going to be pulling a new Bladecoil Serpent every turn that it attacks. And then the rest of these cards are really just to help things keep going. Time Reversal is a fun one, especially if you generate a lot of blue gems. And so Cut Your Losses is probably going to be our main blue gem generator. We got Portal to Phyrexia to get more creatures on our side, as well as Grafted Identity, which is a fun card to steal creatures with. And we have a few ways to get tokens on the board to use our Grafted Identity with, because you don't necessarily want to use Bladecoil Serpent with Grafted Identity, but I guess you can. But we got Urza's Saga, which creates construct tokens, and it's going to gain us a bunch of loyalty to hit his third. And Sleep with the Fishes could also sack our fish token to use Grafted Identity. So the cool thing about this deck is, well, a lot of things, but since we're using Jace 2, Jace Unraveler of Secrets, his third ability, once you get it on the board, and it'll be easy enough to get it on the board with all the loyalty we're going to be generating with Urza's Saga, when you draw all those cards, you're going to be pumping up all your creatures. So even if you don't end up using Grafted Identity because you destroy all of your opponent's creatures, his third ability is going to pump up all your tokens to an insane degree because of Bladecoil Serpent. So you might end up attacking with the 30-something fish, as I have in some of my test runs here. So, okay, I think I explained this deck well enough. Let's go ahead and see how we do against this guy. Got blue match at the bottom, Bladecoil Serpent. I'm gonna put out our Urza Saga first, actually. See, what's our best blue match here? Probably this one. It doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna match that Urza gem just so we get a bit of loyalty. Well, we already got a Mox Sapphire. This is gonna help us get all our stuff on the board. Cultivator Colossus. So the ideal thing would be to have a blue match here, but since we don't, we can easily take advantage of the black match and completely wipe out their hand, which is awesome as well. Gosh, really devastating for a lot of strategies for people. So let's see. Do I have a no on color match? You may decide that you want to do blue gem converters or use like ambiguity or something if you have it. Not a lot of great matches. But there we go. Could trigger our mocks. Cut our losses. So that's the nice thing about having that. Not going to use Grafted Identity on our Bladecoil Serpent. But at least we get our Portal to Phyrexia. And we can grab the Colossus in that way. Oh, could steal a guy's revenge. Let's do that. Could also do this. Steal forest tokens. Time reversal. And the next turn, just bring back a Gaia's Revenge. Because it's on our side of the board because we stole it. And now we got our Kaito. It's coming soon. Let's see if we get it on the board. I don't think we do. Oh, yeah, we do. We're going to put a Bladecoil on the board. We match blue gems, so we're going to draw cards. Going to fill them up with a decent amount of mana because of the blue gems on the board, so. Gosh, just swings for so much on our side every turn. Steal another guy's revenge. Why not? Okay, we got Crafted Identity. See if we can pop that gem. Going for maximum hurt at this point. Popped a clue token. So we're drawing a card. And there we go. Easy enough, right? So I'm going to show you a few other builds with Bladecoil Serpent in a few other color combos here. So first one is Kalemne. I'm using this for Revolving Planeswalk Red. Doesn't always hit objectives, but we got a double striker, and Bladecoil Serpent will be our haste guy. So the rest of these cards are basically to give me more red and blue matches in here. So Sacred Peaks, I could even change that to red or blue, but when you match blue gems, it doesn't really give Kalemne a lot of mana, so gotta be careful with that. But you know, this would work with Narset too. So yeah, let me just show you how this deck goes. Get that Mox Pearl on the board. Try to get Zayatora's Envoy on the board as well. Gonna have two good cards to assist us in casting our cards. So I'll go ahead and keep Blitz, since Angel Suffering is just gonna attack my creature. kill him anyway, so let's not do that. Let's see. Don't see any great matches, so I guess I'll have to go with that one. Well, that's still good. Okay, so now we just got a blue match. So that means I could just try and see how many cards I will draw and get mana for. So let's go ahead and do that. Blue splits this time. Wish I kept my Serpent, but I got another one. And then in this deck, her ability will just bring a Bladecoil Serpent back to my hand. So that's awesome as well. Don't have any white cards to cast really right now anyway. So there's a 5 swap with the blue match there. So I'm going to take that and clear up some space in my hand for anything that the Bladecoil might grab for me. Wow. Since we pulled another Bladecoil, it still counts because we still hit our blue match on the same turn. So I gotta worry about that. Oh, that's good. Void Ren took that out for me. Okay, me the 5. See if I get that meeting of the 5 on the battlefield. I don't think I will. Oh, I guess I did. All right. So we can get that going again. And we hit a black match. So discard all his hand. Wow, swing for the win. So yeah, that's the nice thing about Bladecoil in a red heavy deck. You can really grow it on its haste turn pretty well. So it can be dangerous in so many different ways. So yeah, if you really want to lean heavy on red matches, you get a really nice Bladecoil to hit the board and do tons of damage for you. Green blue deck, and similar principle to the raw one, but we're just gonna have to use some good green cards instead of the red ones. So I got the idea for Nissa's expedition from somebody on the Discord. So this one, I only have the one land to fetch with that card. So it's the Dream Root Cascade, which will put 5 mana into the cards in my hand. So hopefully, with whatever I grab with Bladecoil Serpent plus that 5, will basically fill up my hand. So we're going to do things to get our hand filled more. So we got Threats Undetected, Topiary Stomper. But yeah, it's really going to be more about Bladecoil Serpent refreshing our hand. So let's see how that one goes. So I'm really only using Kiora because I just didn't feel like dismantling any of my Kasmina decks, but I'm sure she'll do much better. But it's still a good enough deck that you don't have to worry so much about having Kasmina to run it. I've definitely had some decks where they really need to be Kasmina specific because they just don't do enough. Get another Academy Elite. Keep Blitz. Try and start getting our hand going. All right, we got Bladecoil Serpent. That's good. Good. This. We'll cast these first. Even though I do want something left for Bladecoil Serpent, if we do get to fill up our hand with them. Not this time. But at least I hit that black match, which is great. But with threats undetected, we could get some more Bladecoil Serpents into our hand. So let's go ahead and do that. This is Expedition. Yeah, here we go. Good match. Dreamroot Cascade. All the creatures are useful in this deck, so it's a bit of a shame to have to toss one away to use threats undetected, but it's just how it goes. I should have looked for a blue match. What was I thinking? Well, I still got one. I don't even remember doing so, but it's probably earlier in the match. Too many cards, not enough mana. Or too much mana, not enough cards. Let's see. Sweet, another serpent. Okay, yeah. Oops, forgot to hit a blue match, but we could do that here. Oh shoot, I missed the serpent. Oh well. Still had that in hand, so got one more deck to show you here, and it's a fun one. Okay, this is one of my favorite new Bladecoil decks. For Raw, we got Bladecoil Serpent, and I tried to stick some cards that were fairly low cost, most of them. So we got Rite of Flame, Temporal Mastery, Fire Blast, Storm Carved Coast, and Broker's Charm, and of course Cut Your Losses. But also Talent of the Telepath is great to grab another card that you might need to keep a loop going, like Rite of Flame, for example. But Defiler of Dreams is a pretty interesting card. If you have not picked it up, or maybe you have, but you've never really tried it. So at the beginning of your turn, create 3 Phyrexian gems. That part of it I don't care about so much. But when you cast a card, or a creature, or a support card, if it's a blue card, draw a card, it gains 6 mana. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. So we got a decent amount of blue cards in our deck. And we're hopefully going to be casting Academy Elites and Bladecoil Serpents. But yeah, that's going to be what we're going to really try to do here. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, got Defiler of Dreams, Temporal Mastery, and Academy Elite. I think that's the order I want to go in here. And we got a 5 match to start. Okay, cool. 2 extra swaps. See if we can grab some cards that might help us draw. So we got Broker's Charm. Perfect. Let's go ahead and cast that. Get more spell cards in our graveyard. Fill up a bunch of Rite of Flames. And I want to keep Blitz with Academy Elite. All right. We got a Storm Carved Coast to hit the board for us. That helps as well. All right, now we got a Bladecoil Serpent. So let's see. Do we have any blue matches? Not yet. So I'm going to hold them in my hand for now. And then just wait and see if I can get a few blue matches here. So cut your losses will help us with that. And then we also have a blue match to our right. So let's go ahead and do that. Get that blue match. So we got a little, we got a card draw with mana because of Defiler of Dreams. We just keep that going. Oh, the cards that Bladecoil grabs for us. See if we can cast the Temporal Master and keep this going. You may want to try like a card draw spell instead of Fire Blast if you want. Talent of Telepath, Temporal Mastery. Now we have enough to hit his third ability and keep this going a little bit more if we're able to. Draw 2 cards, you got Temporal Mastery. Nothing great as far as matches go. So let's see. Huh? Oh, not quite enough. All right, here we go. See if we grab like a Broker's Turn. Oh, even better, an Academy Elite. So we'll go ahead and cast this card. Try and hit our Temporal Mastery as well. Keep using his third ability. We got a pretty decent size Academy Elite. Let's see if we got anything. Okay, we got one more swap. See if we keep some sort of loop going. Put our Bladecoil Serpent there. Let's see. Do I have any good matches? Yeah, that's the best one. I can do that this time. Because I want more mana in our hand instead. If I draw cards, then it'll give us less room for the Bladecoil Serpent to give us cards with mana in it. No, I think it's okay. Got another swap. It's an Academy Elite and a Fire Blast. Not a great match there either, but see what happens. Oh, well, at least our Defiler Dreams kept going. But yeah, we got a Academy Elite pretty high level there, so that was cool. And yeah, you could see how it might keep the loop going that way. So that was fun. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed all those battles. and seeing what I was able to do with Bladecoil Serpent. I feel like I'm just still learning a lot about this card, and I already knew from the previews is going to be a great card, and from everything I saw facing it, I knew it was going to be a difficult card to deal with. And now that I own the card, I feel like it's even better in practice than I even realized. As good as it was just watching it played against me, it's even better of a card when you own it and see the potential of it. So, yeah, if you guys find some cool Bladecoil Serpent combos, let me know. Hit me up on any of the discords or just comment below here. All right. See you in the next one.